Alright everybody, welcome back to UKSG Autumn 2022. This event, we're raising money for Crisis. Links to donate can be found below the stream, or if you type !donate in chat. We would also like to shout out ESA and BSG for their continued support. And now, it's time for Giant Clam with The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. Good luck, and take it away.
Alright, well, I'm just going to give a countdown straight up. We're just going to go straight into it. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Okay, so, hello. I am the Giant Clam, your everyday Giant Clam. It's the longest name in history, so I showed it to Giant Clam. With glitches and stuff.
Hello.
He does glitches and stuff.
I do glitches and stuff.
It's pretty crazy. This is The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. Not to be confused with The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker SD, which has bad graphics and is a bad game. This is a very exciting speedrun. We're going to be doing any percent NoMSS, which is basically one of the big gatekeeping tricks, which is quite hard to master. It involves about 150 frame perfect pauses. We don't have time for that, so we're just going to watch the intro cutscenes and not do any of that instead. Very fun thing about this run is that it's played with both gamepad and Pro Controller. You'll see why in about 6 to 10 minutes, depending on how fast I am. And you can also gain infinite speed to the point where your game will crash because there's too many integers. We'll get onto that soon as well. So, we're going to start off with talking about some of the movement in this game. So, Link's main focus of moving, as in most Zelda games, is rolling. It gives you a set amount of speed, presuming you've walked for a couple of frames before. So rolling is what we're going to be doing as frame perfectly and as fantastically as possible. And we're going to be going through the intro. For anybody who hasn't played Wind Waker before, it is, in my opinion, the best Zelda game. Don't at me or talk to me. It is the best. Okay. So we're going to go see Granny. By doing that, we're going to jump off a 150-foot tower straight into the water. And it's just going to be a nice bit of rolling here. So normally what you would do in a regular 80% run is you would jump into that water, and then you would start pausing and turning around in the water to gain negative speed and fly off to Dragon Roost. That's hard to look at, hard to perform, and I don't want to showcase that. So I submitted this one. It's a much nicer beginner category, which isn't showcased or valued as much as it really should be. And honestly, now that we've discovered how to skip cutscenes, most of them anyways, using the wonderful both controllers, it's not as tedious as it used to be having to wait through a lot of the cutscenes. At least you're doing something during the cutscenes. Even if it only saves 30 seconds to a minute, you still get to do something. Alright, so there's Granny. Hello, Granny. She's going to give us our hero's clothes. Nice and lovely. We actually get to wear the hero's clothes in this run. Link is not in his pajamas. And something you'll see as well is save warping. I'm sure most people know what save warping is. But essentially it's the act of saving the game and then quitting to title screen so that you get put somewhere else. So in this case, our spawn point, apparently on the 6th of May 2017, at 5 o'clock in the morning, is this ladder here, so it just skips you having to roll all the way back, nice and fast.
And that's all on the gamepad, so you won't be able to see that, but it is happening, we promise.
Yeah, I've got I got a touchscreen. It's the most expensive controller Nintendo have ever made. I believe I got this one for about 120 bucks. It's crazy. Whereas you can buy a Wii U console for about 20 bucks now. I've got to mention as well, this game is played on the Nintendo Wii U system. A lot of people won't have heard of that because it sold so badly. It's a pretty good system with many faults. But because of this gamepad, we can use gyro. So if we hold down and we go like this, perfect.
Just like you would with a real telescope.
Exactly. I could have put it up to my eye and looked up.
Maybe you should.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind for any other time we use the telescope.
Yeah, when you're using the bow later.
Yeah, I'll draw it back. Oh, and that's the big problem with the gamepad. Whenever there's any form of electronic communication next to it, it decides that it doesn't actually want to connect to the only thing it can connect to in the room.
So what language does this run use?
So we use Italian. Funnily enough, that is only available on a PAL console. Other than that, you have to go Spanish, which I believe loses about 3 seconds and 80%. It's not too much, but it makes one little cycle a wee bit harder to get. It's faster because of text boxes and the way that text moves. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe, I've heard this many, many times, I haven't actually checked myself, but I believe Japanese, unlike most games, is the slowest. Because almost every other language, I believe, goes 3 characters every frame, but Japanese does 1 every frame, so it ends up being longer.
I'm going to quote you on that.
Don't quote me on that.
So does this game have version differences between the different languages, like in the SD, where Japanese is quite a lot different to the other releases?
There's not really, no. It hasn't been investigated as much as a lot of other games have. I know SD has a few differences, especially with its fast text boxes as well. In this game, fast text boxes are kind of set on specific ones. So to mash through text, normally you'll just hold B. You'll hold B and mash A. And if it is a fast text box, it will instantly skip the text and it'll let you go to the next one. Alright, so we're just going to absolutely wipe out an old man.
Yeah, he's
And
going to wipe you
yeah,
out.
he's going to take me out. It worked, it's fine. Don't worry about it. So this lovely man is Orca. He's the best swordsman around. He's much tougher than Ganondorf because we don't actually hit him. And there we go again. You'll see that quite often. Unfortunately, that's just the gamepad. Apparently there's something you can do with the Bluetooth chip. I haven't investigated it. Sometimes it doesn't work, so I just deal with the time loss, eat it up, and exist like that. Okay, so we're going to do a little save warp here, and I'm going to actually switch to my Pro Controller, which doesn't have the same issues as the gamepad, funnily enough. But because we'll be doing one of the cutscene skips soonish, I'm going to be on Pro Controller for this. Just to save me swapping it in-game. Alright, so prepare to see me not rolling perfect ups or anything because these sticks are not very nice. The way that dead zones are set for the gamepad is when you turn the console on, the dead zones get set with the way that the sticks are there. And you can reset them by holding A, B, start and minus. I believe you can do the same thing on the Pro Controller, but they just seem to be messed up regardless. Dead zones are very weird on the Wii U, which is why there are some things in SD. For example, you can do an unbuffered manual super swim, which is just flicking the stick really fast, which you can't do on a gamepad because the dead zones are too big and too weirdly shaped. Alright, so we completely glossed over the fact that we saw a bird drop a girl into this forest and she is miraculously okay. So we're just going to steal his money and say hi to this Boko. And I guess we're going to save this girl. I think she's important in the story or something. I've heard things.
As important to the speedrun, which is more important.
Yeah, well, she's more annoying to the speedrun than anything. I've heard things about the story, you know, as a speedrunner, I don't care about the story, I only care about skipping as much of it as possible. And then these guys think they're really all that, but they're not. They're all dead. And they didn't give us any money, so cheapskates. So in this game, you'll see me kind of side hopping, and then jump slashing and quick spinning. That's called a side hop jump spin. That deals the most damage if you can get all the hits. So you get the jump slash, which deals 4 damage, and then I believe the quick spin will also deal 4 damage, so you hit 8. And that can absolutely demolish some enemies pretty quickly. It's pretty nice. Alright. There he is. It's Gonzo. First and last time we see this man. He won't be missed. I love Gonzo. Alright, and naturally we have saved Tetra, and they're gonna go on their merry way, right? That's the end of the game. That's it. Completed. No horrible twist of fate.
Yeah, you're a bit underestimate.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's gonna be a lovely, heartwarming reunion with my sister. It's gonna be great. What a nice... The bird!
What?
What's going on? No! She's gone!
This is going to be really bad for the speedrun.
This is such bad
It's gonna
RNG.
take like an extra hour now to beat the game.
It's fine, we got the bird. Don't worry. Upper arm strength of an absolute god, by the way. Link's expressions in this game are fantastic. Alright, so yes, we would like to come with you. I would love to learn how to be a pirate. And the postman's here as well.
The postman really likes pirates as well, so
Yeah,
he's
he
on our
wants to
side.
be a pirate too.
Yeah, we're both asking to be pirates.
Yeah, that's how it goes. For anybody who can speak Italian, it's just bad translation. The favorite thing about this cutscene is how Nico, the guy on the right, is just standing
Yeah,
there,
he doesn't
completely
say
oblivious to the entire conversation. He's hidden when this angle is here as well. He's just standing there. Don't even know why they took him off the boat, to be honest. Alright, so if anybody remembers, it zoomed in a little bit on the shield. The family crest shield.
Yeah.
So we're going to go steal that.
You can't be a pirate, as everyone knows. You can't be a pirate without a shield. So that was the ultimatum.
Yeah, if you get a shield. Hi, Granny. Nothing's happened. Don't worry about it. Oh, where's the shield
What?
gone? All right, it's fine. We'll just quickly do a backflip.
Sad backflip.
The sad backflip. Where's the shield gone? A backflip down the stairs.
I too backflip when I realized my stuff's been stolen from my house.
Bet it's Beetle. He'll sell it back to you for 50 rupees.
So this run doesn't actually need rupees, does it?
It does.
Does it?
We need 80 rupees to
Oh,
buy
for
the
the
sale
sale,
later
yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah.
because we actually need the sale.
Yeah.
We use it once. In the 80% version, we do skip the sale, as we are able to pause buffer in the water and gain infinite speed. Alright, so now we get to see the best... No, not her. Now we get to see the best character in the game. Not the pot lady who's lost her pot, but it is in fact... Beetle. Alright, so this is where we have to use both the controls. So hi Beetle. And then the way that we do this is by, in this case, it's side hopping. Hang on, sorry. For anybody who thought that was a graphical glitch, it was not. So what I did there was a glitch called a pause storage. That was actually really clean.
Yeah.
So by essentially opening up the options menu on the exact same frame as you go through a loading zone, be it through a buffered side hop using the gamepad and the Pro Controller, or by like quick spitting into it or something along those lines that gets you so that the option menu will open in the same frame that you enter the loading zone. You will freeze the screen, and you'll have the options menu open in the background. And what this allows you to do is you have to navigate blindly. So I saw the exact same screen that you guys saw. It was completely blind. I was navigating by sound alone to get to Tetra. And then when the cutscene plays, you swap to your gamepad from Pro Controller to gamepad. And it pauses the game, so you can save warp out of cutscenes because the cutscene flag is set at the start of the cutscene. So we got to skip that cutscene there. That's used a few times to save a good few minutes throughout the run.
I feel like glitches like that really make you appreciate the audio in these games.
Oh yeah.
That's all you're going off for that trick. You gotta hear for the right
Exactly.
audio cues.
And that's going to be used in a much longer section in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So we're just going to quickly show up Nico just to make him feel even worse. I would say poor boy, but I don't like him. And then a side hop. Nice and easy. 2 years? Yep. Uh-huh. Maybe he was a bit overestimate there. Alright. The only reason we have to get this here is to make our life a bit annoying in one of the pause storage sections, and so that we can progress into the first Forsaken Fortress section. This is the only way for us to access this area as we get the sword from Orca, as we need the sword to access the part where Tetra has fallen down. So we'll just quickly disappear into the ether in front of Nico and appear back up on top of the ship. I'm sure he'll never question it, and we'll never see him again either. And all of a sudden it's nighttime. How long did we spend down there? What did Nico do to us? He kept us prisoner. And look at this, Forsaken Fortress. There's a fun little tidbit about this map. Basically all this entire water around us is fake. The stuff around the boat is real, and a very small area around the fortress is real, but everything else is just straight into void, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, so this is actually a completely different map to the one that you visit later, that's on the overworld.
Yeah. So you're able to technically go to the Forsaken Fortress quadrant in the main map straight away, but it will not be this one. It will be a very different one. You'll see it soon. Soon TM, that is. At some point during the run.
Suddenly, barrel.
Suddenly, barrel. Link throwing down the hardest beat of the century. Just let you appreciate the cutscene. Surely nothing's going to go wrong here, right? Surely they got their aim perfect. We're going to go straight through the window, straight into the jail cell. Not quite.
I think the cutscenes in this game never get old for me. Every time you notice something new, like Gonzo waving as you're flung off into the distance.
Alright, so he's appeared even more determined than usual. He just flew into a wall at 50 miles an hour and he's decided, right, that's it. I'm climbing this entire mountain. So just to the right here, there's a wee cutscene trigger where we talk to Tetra. We're in a bad mood with Tetra, so we're just going to go over here instead. We don't want to talk to Tetra. These lights will catch you if you run into them. I don't want to be caught. It's pretty slow. In SD, they're really, really lenient. You can stand almost in half of them, and they just won't catch you. But you can stand not in them here, and they will catch you. So that was a heavy buff that catches you out quite easily.
So if you played this game casually, you would know that this section normally requires you to turn off all the beacons to get through all the sections. Well, that's probably what you did anyway casually, but...
Yeah, you only need to turn off one of the beacons. This poor Bokoblin has no idea what's about to come up this ladder. The fists of hell are about to descend upon this poor man, working his work. You know, he's probably not paid too much by Ganondorf. He works here 12 hours a day. He's probably just an intern. He's like, oh no, an intruder. Allow me to get stuck on my workstation. And so because he's fallen too low and he can't get back, the game just decides, you know what, he's going to pass away now. Oh, yeah, that was calculated to work. Alright, so that's just some nice little movement. So that's the one you need to knock off. And you'll be able to get to the end of the fortress. The other ones don't matter as much. They don't point at the walls that you need to go across or anything. So we're just going to quickly roll through. The most optimal room you'll ever see. They put a lot of thought and work into that box that's right in the middle of the room. And then there's these moblins. So if these moblins see you, you'll be caught, you'll be thrown in jail. That loses a significant amount of time. So we're going to put this barrel on, and we're just going to go past them. It's nice and easy.
So normally you would have to be wearing that barrel and sneaking through the whole
Yeah.
section, but
Proper solid snake-like.
Yeah.
But in SD, if you put that barrel on and take it off, your hitbox will be smaller. It doesn't work the same in HD. However, it makes the cycles line up a bit nicer. Everybody laughs at me for... This is not ideal. I did pause. Okay. Okay, we're fine. So, froze a little bit on my end. That's fine. So we did go past the little moblin there. That was horribly scary. My heart did drop, but it's okay. It's just testing my will.
it was a test of skill. You passed.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
The instant pause and hope that I didn't accidentally unpause. Alright, so this wall right here, the searchlight would be looking at, but because we brutally murdered that man.
This is a speed tech as well, and instead of just holding straight left, you can tap, which gives you a slight speed boost.
Yeah, very ergonomically friendly, maybe saves 1 frame if you're really lucky, but doesn't lose any time. And look at that, our sword! Unfortunately, there is another salaried man, probably an intern, maybe it's his first promotion. He's got a sword.
Hey, he's got a shield, so he must be a pirate.
Oh no. So we're just gonna take him out. He's probably in a better place, to be honest. This guy's entire job is to guard this door that has a barrier linked to his heartbeat. Once he passes away, the door opens. It's a pretty good security system. And then we have a lovely long cutscene. One that you can skip at any percent because of the item sliding. And you can get into this door. But unfortunately, we just have to watch heartbreak all over again.
Yeah. Also remember, Ariel was only kidnapped about 10 minutes ago. So
Yeah,
it's
so
been a
she
very-
hasn't been here for very
Yeah.
long. And the bird's very curious as to why I have arrived here so quickly. And he just keeps rising. That's it. He's gone. Now, who might this be? A very shadowy figure who you see everything of apart from his eyes. Who is this small man?
I think it's Bowser.
I think it could be Bowser.
So long.
Yep. That's a hell of a throw. Like, he is
That's
gone.
impressive.
He's thrown him all the way to another map. That's how.
got to be a glitch.
Yeah.
That's a bullet time bounce or something right
Yeah.
there. It's even spinning.
All right, so we'd be saved by a boat. He must be a pirate. He's a boat. It's daytime again, but it's only been 20 minutes. Days must be shorter here in this new map.
We'd get another final bit of lore here.
Yep, we get to find out a little bit about that mystery man who nobody has any idea who he is. Also, the boat talks. He's kind of
With
weird.
an excellent laugh.
Yeah, you hear it once, and that's it. He never laughs at you ever again. He respects you. Ganondorf? But we killed him in the last game. How can he be back? And why is he so thick?
He's been hitting the gym
He's
since
been
the last games.
he's been owning the gym. He's a personal
Hello,
trainer.
everyone. You've been watching Imposters the whole time until now.
So yeah, we actually weren't who we said we are. Now we are, though. It's okay.
This is a cursory reminder from the head organizer of UKSG. Please don't forget your badges at home.
Yep, we left it because we were in such a rush.
We were so excited about the run.
We were so excited, yeah. All right, okay. So Windfall, Isla Tora. The most exciting island with the best music. So we're just going to take 1 rupee from them, which is actually horrendous. So we need to get 80. There are loads of pots throughout here which have a certain amount of rupees, so we just got to maneuver through them and pick up enough rupees. And we're going to quickly break someone out of jail. We don't know why he's in here. We assume tax evasion, fraud, and probably money laundering. He's an interesting character, but this is Tingle.
He definitely likes his money.
He does like his money and breaking the law, it seems.
And that's canon.
That's canon, yeah. Take that from us. So he gives us a ball. This doesn't work anymore. It did work with the Miiverse. You could send people messages and photos and stuff. It was pretty cool. Until Nintendo shut the Miiverse down and ruined Wind Waker HD online forever.
Yeah, the online meta hasn't been the same since.
He's also going to give us a chart that we're not even going to look at. We're just going to put it in our pocket and tell him, yeah, we'll visit you later. He's definitely got suction cups on his boots or something. There's no way anybody makes that noise. Alright, so we're going to mash through the menus that he gave us, and then we're just going to leave. Nobody will see us exit the jail, and nobody will ever check on him either. So it's probably a good thing that we broke him out, or he might not have even been looked after. So there is 5 rupees here, and then I'm going to rely on a bit of an RNG pot here. This can drop a 1, a 5, a 10. It dropped a 10.
Amazing.
Woo! It can also drop a 20, but we're never that lucky. It's a marathon, let's be honest. And then this guy, Zunara, he's going to sell us a sale for the most expensive price you'll ever see, 80 rupees. For something that we used once, but it's okay. We can now leave. Hello, boats. Ha ha. Yes, we can sail. Let us leave. Leave this island. Alright, and it's time for the greatest piece of content in this game. Sailing! Woo!
Do you want to go and get a drink?
Yeah, you want to go get a drink?
Yeah,
We'll
let's
go
go
get a drink.
We'll just go to intermission.
Yes, we're going to go get a quick Nah, we're kidding. But I would like to mention a few things while we're at it, while these two are getting what appears to be our brew fountain. Nah, I'm kidding. It's just water. Let's talk a little bit about...
That's over there.
Well, we do have some stacks of iron brew, to be fair, yes. But let's talk a little bit about some people that have helped us get to where we are today. Get UKSG to going middle of the marathon, $2,500, halfway through to $5,000. And we would like to thank BSG for supporting this marathon. They hold bi-monthly gatherings in the Netherlands, and they have supported UKSG from the beginning by spreading the word and providing us with a channel to stream on in past sessions, among other things. Their next regular event will be announced in the near future, and they're also opening up their platform for people to run their own show with their new BSG Sprints program. If you're interested, feel free to pitch your show at sprints@bsgmarathon.com. Or, in a way that might resonate with a few people, sprints@bsgmarathon.com. Absolutely amazing. Also, I can keep going, unless you guys want to say something?
No, keep going. You're doing great.
Thank you. Doing my best. We would also like to thank ESA for supporting this marathon. Besides providing us with their channel for streaming, they're sharing gear and technical assistance. So you probably, if you go to esamarathon.com, you will know when ESA Winter 2023 is happening. But also, on September 8th, yes, this September 8th, Break the Record Live Chenso Club is happening, and both me and Argic will be competing, so you don't want to miss that action. Anyway, back to you guys.
That sounds very exciting.
Here comes Plum.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
always remember to stay hydrated, especially during the breaks that are in your speedrun. Okay. So, this, in SD, is the most powerful tool. In HD, it is the most useless tool. So, we're going to get it regardless, because we can't skip it. This guy will force you. He will...
Yeah, the boat
Put this in
decided
here.
that we hadn't seen enough cutscenes, so he just wants to give us another one.
And, oh, that's the wrong way. He wants to... he wants to give us a nice little song. We're like, oh, yeah, we got it. Woo! Yeah. All right. And now we can move again. Woo! Okay, so normally you're supposed to go around and explode rocks and stuff, but you could just do that and you're okay.
It's way quicker.
Yeah, it's quicker. It's it's whatever.
Here's
It's
the guy
nothing.
from earlier, he's passed his pirate training now, and he's very excited about that.
He is very excited. So he's about to show us just how excited he is by giving us a cutscene. And then as soon as he goes in, we're going to be met with a lovely another guy who's the Rito Chieftain. And he's going to basically try and recite his entire life story to us. So we're going to have to listen to that one as well. He's going to talk about his family drama, and he's going to talk about the giant dragon that's on top of the mountain, and he's going to talk about more family drama.
But we only care about one thing, and it's not the same thing they care about. We don't even care about the orb, which...
You'll see very shortly. Honestly, we only care about their sacred treasure that they have in the mountain, so we're going to steal that. And then we're never going to see them ever again. Actually, no, we'll see them once.
Yeah, in a very confusing cutscene.
Certainly is a cutscene, that's for sure. Alright, so now he's talking about his son. His son is having some trouble climbing up the mountain to grow his wings. Some very impressive music in the background that I just heard. yeah, this cutscene's so intense. Alright, so the chieftain's done talking to us, and he's decided to employ us as a postman. So congratulations, Link, he is now a full-time employed man. And that's what happens when you turn 12. Alright. So this little guy here, this guard, his name's Hosket. He's looking for a present for his girlfriend. Unfortunately, we don't care, so... We're going to get this lovely little letter. So it's a good thing that we were employed as a postman, or we would not be able to hold this letter in our hand. And then we're going to go to this very edgy-looking door. You'll never guess whose bedroom this is.
Why
Yeah.
the doors looked so creepy. No wonder this kid is scared.
Yeah, he can't leave the room because the door has got teeth. Alright, so that orb is vital to the storyline. So much so that we're going to leave it in his care for a little while longer. He's very protective over it, so...
Yeah, he likes the orb. He says it keeps him calm, so it would be kind of mean to take it off him.
Exactly,
so.
yeah. And that's a wall that you have to bonk into for RNG reasons. Alright, so we've now entered the windy area. And there's wind, as you can tell by the particles on the screen. So, in order to progress here, you need to time a throw of this bird woman called Medley to get her on top of the ledge, where she will use her wings that she, for some reason, can't just use anyways. She needs a bit of a push. Even though when you control her later on in the game, you can fly straight up vertically for quite a while. I'm quickly going to threaten her just so that she knows who's in charge here. And then we're going to throw her, and we're going to wait. And she's going to throw at us a glass bottle as thanks.
And we got to dodge, otherwise it's game over.
Quick time event. So she's going to throw a glass bottle at us, and we're going to catch it. That was lucky.
Yeah, that's really hard. No.
Frame perfect, even.
During when we were doing the practice, or when Clown was doing the practice of this run, we were making up all sorts of stuff, and I definitely feel like we shouldn't do that for this run. And suddenly everyone's trying to learn the game, and everything is just completely incorrect.
So it's a good thing she gave us that bottle so we could fill it with water and revive these bomb plants and blow up this probably very precious rock. and fill up this geyser like that. That's a crazy amount of water underneath that rock, right?
It's kind of a lot of lag as well in that part of the cutscene.
Yeah, 1 or 2 frames, I'd say, at least.
Showing off the power of the Wii U.
Oh yeah, most powerful console to date. Okay, we're about to enter our first and last dungeon.
Well, kind of.
Technically, depends on what you class as a dungeon. We're going to blow up these statues, once again, probably very, very sacred to the Rito people. But they shouldn't have baskets in it if they don't want us to play basketball. Then we're going to enter the dungeon.
Get to meet these 3 dudes.
Yep, these are the 3 dudes. It's the 2 dudes and their brother. He's a bit old.
Very important to the story.
Very,
so
very, yeah. We see these guys so often.
pay attention because they will show up later.
They will appear in the quiz. Alright, and this guy doing their job, taking their stick, robbing them for all that they're worth. Well, that's intentional. So this dungeon is huge movement. As soon as you enter the dungeon, it's constantly on a cycle timer of these lava pillars. There is a point where that's kind of important. It's really, really hard to get the good cycle, the fast cycle. I'll try my best, but essentially 2 bonks will ruin it. This is going to be pretty rough. Okay, we're fine. So we're going to blow up this rock. There's a fun little thing you can do. Where as rocks are blown up, if you roll at the correct time and don't bonk, you'll be able to roll into them. Saves you a little bit of time. And then for here, if you don't do that, if you hold the camera close to Link, and then as soon as the pot breaks, you move the camera, it will break you out of the cutscene, so it won't play the cutscene. Unfortunately, we played the cutscene, so that's unfortunate, but one of those things. We're going to steal this guy's weapon and break these walls with it. And these lovely little guys are called Chews. They're pretty cute. We deal with them later. But these guys are allowed to live. They cause us no issue. They're just doing their job. Hello. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to quickly drop this and burn that. Oh, he almost got me. Alright, so this is Frank. Say hi, Frank.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Frank. See you later, Frank. He's just a good boy. Sometimes he'll hit you off the ladder, which is bad Frank, but he's good Frank. Alright, so we're coming up to a frame perfect trick. I might mash for it if I keep missing it. So this is called a roll clip. We missed it. Missed. It's rough. This one only saves a little bit of time. So we're gonna mash for it. I missed. Oh no. It's only frame perfect, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's a 30 FPS game.
First try.
Amazing.
So we do one of those later. It's a bit more impressive than just jumping the ledge. And hopefully that one will be first try.
Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest mechanic quirks of this game. You can clip through ledges in a variety of different ways, and it's pretty useful.
Yeah, if you manage to position yourself so that when you climb up, Link is part way through a ledge, just enough, you'll be able to roll in the first frame and clip out with a correct stick angle. So that little text box there, on Spanish there are 3 text boxes, on Italian there are 2. That is almost the biggest time save of Italian over Spanish in any percent. Alright, so here comes another little cool strat. So we got the key, and we're so happy. This time we're going to do a happy backflip. And this little bird's just minding its own business. It's looking after its children. And we're just
laid an egg.
Yeah, it laid an egg. We're going to take the egg. It's an oddly shaped egg. I haven't seen one of these before. Oh, the game is paused. Do you want me to pause and wait? Yeah. All right. Bit of tech issues. So as you can see on the screen, Link has his head down.
All right, some quick technical difficulties with Link, stuck on the staircase. Just resetting the capture card here, and we'll be right back in just a second. In the meantime, why not donate to Crisis?
All right, we're back nice and easy as that. So we just quickly teleported in here. No need to worry about anything that happened. So we stole a key off of the bird, and we unlocked the door. And then we're going to miss that throw again because it's...
You have to miss it.
You have to miss it. It's just... It's, you know, it's just respectful. You can't go through this dungeon too quickly. It's just, you know. All right, we're going to enter this room. This is called the 3 Boko room because there are 3 Bokos that you have to kill in the room. This guy has been training for years and mastered the skill of dodging. So there's a Boko in that pot, and we hit this wall. There's a Boko here as well. We're going to parry him, and he just got absolutely smacked by his friend. So I'm just going to kill him. Wow. Oh, and that's a wall. Okay, that's fine.
It's a perfect fight right there.
That was a perfect fight. Can't get more optimal than that. In all seriousness, though, you hit those Bokos once and do a side hop jump spin with the hero sword, and they're just deceased. So you try and get those 2 at once. But when you target, it can be pretty rough. Alright, so we don't want to take the actual way. We're just going to jump to this ledge. And we're going to roll into the door once. A little fun fact about bombs in this game, every time you hit them off a ledge before they touch the ground, they will shorten their timer by a certain percentage. So if you hit them off walls and bounce them off stuff, they'll blow up a bit quicker. So we found a big angry dragon, and he's destroying the staircase behind us, which is a bit rude, to be honest. I don't believe that we're going to be able to come up here. But there's Bird Girl.
Little mini fight gauntlet here. So up until this point, this has seemed like a pretty, it's pretty much the casual route through the game. As if we were about to go and beat all the dungeons, get the pearls, and then head to the Tower of the Gods. So this is kind of the end of that.
This is the end of the casual stuff and the start of the very fast stuff. So I picked up this guy's weapon because I find it easier to kill this guy with. A lot of people kill him with a hero sword, but you can wipe him out. And I'm mashing Z, R, and B, so he'll either drop or throw the sword. So he just dropped it there. And then we're going to talk to Medley. So she's going to give us a very important item called a grappling hook. So with any first-person item in this game, so hookshot, bow, boomerang, or grappling hook, that you can move it, you can perform an item slide. So this is performed by walking in one direction and then pausing to buffer ESS in the opposite direction. And what this does is, because of an animation error, I think it's more of a calculation and animation error to do with your speed. You will gain speed exponentially to the point where you can hit the integer limit in about 7 seconds of straight charging, and it will crash the game because you have too much speed. The fun part about that is we have to gain a lot of speed. The less fun part about that is we have to navigate the entire ocean. We're going swimming. So we're going to quickly go pick up a couple of upgrades. So, there's a boat with a sail, but we really would rather just get there quick.
Yeah. We definitely don't have time to get a glass of water between this one.
Yeah, unfortunately not. So this is Thorin Ferry. We're going to enter through the back door. As we don't feel like ringing the doorbell.
There's a secret backdoor entrance.
Yeah, there's a
here.
secret backdoor entrance. You can find it casually if you look hard enough. But essentially, because the way that this is sloped and you gain enough speed, you line yourself up correctly, and with a good enough ESS, you'll clip at a certain spot, and you'll go through the island and hit the loading zone. If you're too fast too early, you'll go underneath. If you're too fast too late, you'll just sit at the top. And then if you accidentally continue charging, you'll slip off and you'll all of a sudden be in France or wherever that place south of Hyrule is. Alright, so quiver upgrade. This is for the bow later on, as we don't actually get the bow, so we won't be able to have any arrows if we don't have quiver upgrade. This also gives us 60 arrows. Unfortunately, we cannot use the bow right now. It would be useless anyways, but it would be nice to have, I suppose. And then we're going to go get a bomb upgrade. We need bombs later on. And this bomb bag allows us to be able to carry bombs. So we're just going to quickly slide against this wall and go again. And then that's the wrong place. So we want to go here. There are some islands where the water is at a different level. And if you go into them too quickly, you will just fall and you'll sploosh, as it's called. Because Link goes sploosh. So this one also has a back door.
This one we're going to the post box, right?
Yeah, we go into the
Slide
post
right
box,
into the
and you
post
just she's got like a little hole in the back where she puts her mail in. We just come out of that hole. So in the mailbox we go.
And this is the Great Fairy of Flowers, I think.
Great Fairy of Flowers, yeah, she blows petals all over you, and then all of a sudden hands you an explosive.
Which, believe it or not, is a flower.
Technically. I quite like the design of the Great Fairies in this
Yeah, they're
game
really
because
cool.
they've got 4 arms. The ones in OOT are nice as well, with their hair.
Yeah.
I like pink hair, but these ones are very more goddess and godlike.
I like that they're different.
Yeah, definitely. And then as soon as they go into like Hyrule Warriors, they instantly revert straight back to the pink-haired polygon style. All right, so there's no island to super swim off here, so you know the game's soft log. That's it. GG. We can't get back. So woo, yeah. I'm just gonna item slide against this rock for no apparent reason. That is incorrect. All right, okay. Don't worry about it. That was meant to happen. So I'm just gauging how the rock feels. It's feeling a wee bit angry today. So I'm gonna say nice words to the rock. There, rock. It's
I think
okay.
you might have got pushed by the wind. Yeah,
The Wind Waker.
The wind was in the wrong direction.
Oh, it's thingied again. I'm pausing. You don't want to miss this.
Just a moment once again. We'll be back in just a little bit. Thank you for being patient with us, by the way.
Alright, so it seems we're just going a bit too fast, so I'm going to have to slow it down. So we're just going to hold against this rock, and all of a sudden, we're going to appear over here. And that's perfect. We'll just save warp. So that's called a clip, basically. Some objects, if you get a certain angle and a certain amount of speed, you will just go through them. And funnily enough, that rock is one of them. And when you get a certain amount of speed, it takes you exactly where you need to go. So I've decided to go to the other side of the map as well. It's just a holiday. We're off to Forest Haven. And this is the next cutscene skip. I believe this is number 2. Two, yes. This one is rough. It's really hard. You need to really listen because you do a lot of it blind. So I will be completely silent, and I'll... basically what we're doing is we're going to be navigating up the waterfalls towards the Deku Tree, and we're killing the chews that fall off the Deku Tree blind.
Yeah, so this game has these patches of shallow water, and if at any point you swim underneath, you'll just upwarp straight up to the top of it, which is really convenient for this area.
Horrendously convenient. Boom. Easy
So
as
yeah,
that.
just try and listen to the audio, because that's what Clam's going to be hearing as well.
Okay,
That's
well, I missed that, so we're going to be able to see it this time. Hang on.
yeah.
So that's frame perfect as well. I need to press A and home at the same time to get the side hop buffered. I can just let go of options at the same time, but I find myself more consistent with doing this. Alright, let's give it another shot.
So the audio is going to be the key thing here. Just
We
give it
missed
a
it
really
again.
good listen once he gets this.
Yeah, in a couple of minutes. Not just yet. We're
Yeah.
just preparing your ears so you're ready to listen.
We're just warming up the ears.
Alright. Okay, so we're currently in the cutscene for the Deku Tree. So I'm currently holding ZL and mashing A and holding the up on the D-pad so I don't, when I press B to pull out the sword, I don't close out of the options menu. Alright. That's the wrong side. There we go. I don't know what I changed. But that's fine. So now we get to skip the Deku Tree cutscene, which is about a minute or so.
Really
It's
nice. Yeah,
really
huge
long.
cutscene.
Oh, it saves about a minute. The cutscene's longer. They're talking about how a Deku guy has gone missing. He's fallen into the...
Yeah, we
Yeah,
already
we
care
are.
about that. It's whatever.
His name's Makari. He's the worst guy. Oh, I turned on gyro. Okay. Alright. So once again, up warp into the water, but we're just going to go straight into the zone this time.
So you might be noticing a pattern of promising that we'll help people and then just running away once we get what we want out of it.
Yeah, so we promised we would help. But we're not actually. Link is probably the meanest hero of them all.
I mean,
he takes their stuff.
Maybe he's just doing their priorities in the right order. I feel like Ganondorf maybe is the most important.
And
So
this
deal with
tree
that
that's
first.
fallen into a crevice. So we're about to do a bulb skip. It says 4 seconds. If we miss it, we lose 30 seconds. So here we go. All right, right here. Got it. GG. Easy. 4 seconds. Nice and easy.
Why is it called bulb skip?
So you skip a bulb. Sometimes it's as simple as that. So that hitbox for that tree is actually a square, not the circle, so you can land on the edge of it. That's just about how that works. So now, because we went and saw Beetle and we didn't actually say hi to him, he's going to be pretty rude here. It's pretty hard to do this trick. You have to slide off him. Be able to... That's pretty fast. To be able to go in, you have to move in the water pretty slowly, but you can't charge too much speed or you will crash, self-log. Be overall very, very sad. Alright, that seems fine. So now we need to blind move all the way to the other corner. So that's Tingle Isle, there's Mother and Child, there's Forsaken Fortress, that's where we're going. So Forsaken Fortress also has that weird thing where you'll sploosh if you move in too quickly, so you just gotta slow down. And then we want access, but once again, there's a fun little side door here, where it just lets you in. And then we're just gonna maneuver up Forsaken Fortress. So normally you need the hammer, you need to fight Phantom Ganon, but you can just walk through them.
You don't need a hammer when you got the grapple hook.
Yep, and you don't need to go up the barrier either when you can just do that. So when you slash your sword, the speed that you've gained converts into forward movement, essentially. The direction in which Link's slashed his sword, which is dependent on the stick angle that you hold. And then this movement here is to avoid the trigger for Phantom Ganon, which is just in front of me. Because he can't actually be damaged without the Master Sword, and in case you haven't noticed, we don't have the Master Sword.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You keep watching though.
I'm gonna try this. The cannon fired, I'll give it a few seconds and see. So by setting this up very specifically, you need your speed and your angle and everything to be all sorts of weird numbers so that you can clip into this door. Underneath this door is another door. That's why this is possible. You can grab on and you hop onto this door rather than flying straight through. And Link is really winding up the grapple hook right
He's
here.
cowboy mode right now.
Yeah, so he's really going to catch some cows. As soon as he's able to let this go. So this trick requires quite a precise up angle. And we buffer to look for the red dot to kind of gauge your speed. If you're one frame off, you can have anywhere from about a couple hundred to a few thousand units off. And this door is the bane of a lot of people, me included. Alright, we'll try again.
Yeah, with a few tricks in this game, it's the case that you can't be too fast and you also can't be too slow. Neither of them will work, but there's like a nice in-between range where the speed is what you want. And so a lot of it is waiting for the speed to come down to that range if you've got too much, or realizing when you don't have enough.
I've gone the other way apparently. This is the trick that gets everybody in marathons. So I've decided to do it all again. If you have a certain amount of speed, it's very strange, and you are neutral, or you swap your speed to positive or negative, that door will decide you're just going straight down. So that's fine. This FF2 is made of literal paper. If you go against walls incorrectly, you will fly across and go somewhere else. That is incorrect.
It really is such cool movement through this area.
So once again, it's made of paper. We just fell through the wall there. It happens, you know, it's okay. That's probably the only place there that has no collision. So naturally, I wanted to show it off so that everybody knows. If you're deciding to get into this game, watch out for that one piece of collision. So I've also decided to quickly fly off to the other side of the map so I can swim all the way back to Forsaken Fortress. Once again, it's made of paper. It doesn't agree with you sometimes, so we're going to say hi to Beetle. Hello, Beetle. That's not fast enough. Hello, Beetle.
Now we have Beetle's blessing.
Yeah, so that was the Easter egg of seeing Beetle twice in the same run. Sometimes
Normally
it's
you
even
would
more.
never see Beetle twice in this game.
It's even more heartbreaking than before. I'm gonna just go to a different island. I'm gonna swim off there, if I can find the island. I think it's over here. Yeah. So this is Bomb Island. Everybody say hi to Bomb Island. Hi, Bomb Island. It's used in Hundo, not much else. It's still pretty slow, but we might make it.
Well, it's relative, isn't it? I think it probably still looks pretty fast to people watching.
Yeah, slow in terms of... Oh, I hit neutral. Slow in terms of moving fast. Maybe I'll drown. Who knows? It's all exciting, to be honest.
It's pretty incredible just how fast you can go in this game.
So we're fine. Absolutely no worries. Link couldn't breathe for half of it, but it's okay. Alright, here we are again. Some of you might remember this place as Forsaken Fortress 2.
Paper Fortress.
Paper Fortress 2. $10, I'll get it perfectly this time. So what I'm doing there is I'm just turning off gyro because the door needs a very specific angle. I'm not going to try my luck too much there. I'm just going to allow it and then... apparently go the other way. So sticks on the Wii U sometimes have a little bit of snapback. It can really make some of these tricks pretty rough. We'll wait for this and we'll see if this works.
Alright, let's see how many cows we get.
There we go. We're not done yet. We can still clip out our bounds. Or back in bounds even. Alright, so what was this one again? This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy. First try.
Nice.
Alright, so once again, skip this cutscene. We don't care about the lore. We care about the fast. And then all of a sudden, we're going to be in a boss fight. Very exciting. We don't fight bosses in this game, though, so...
Pacifist.
Yeah, pacifist run. Apart from all those countless minions.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
So we're going to run up this slope faster than he's ever seen anybody move before. And then we're just going to slide in behind him. And then we're going to hold down. And all of a sudden we're out of bounds. So before that was discovered by Kiba13, you had to bring your health down to, I believe, half a heart. And you had to do a frame perfect roll clip until he realized at any health you can just hold directly the opposite, so you'll get a turnaround and you'll just clip through anyways. So my countless hours of grinding roll clips were not worth it.
That trick has had so many different versions over the years in both SD and HD, like different ways of doing it, and we're definitely at the frontier of science now when it comes to those skips. They're a lot more lenient than they used to be.
Definitely. So this is Ganondorf. Hello, Ganondorf. He is pretty broad, and he looks very powerful and very strong. But good thing we have the Master Sword that we picked up on the way in, right?
Yep.
It was just lying at the door. We just grabbed it as we were walking in.
I think the bird dropped it. That bird we didn't kill. I think it's endangered. That's probably why we don't kill it, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's only one of them as far as I'm aware. So we're just going to take him out, and that's going to be the end of the game, right? Well, unfortunately, we're not used to this new sword, so Link missed.
It's because he didn't side hop, jump, slash, quick spin.
Yeah, it's because he didn't side hop, jump spin. He didn't deal enough damage. So Ganondorf's about to show him a side hop jump spin. But good thing Tetra knows how to climb a wall
She
with
must
no
have a grapple hook.
no handholds or anything. She comes through the window, kicks him in the chest, and then is incapacitated instantly. Thanks, Tetra. What's this? The Triforce of Power? It's resonating? Oh, probably should be skipping the text. Princess Zelda? Who's that? Is that not the main character?
This is such a crazy cutscene.
Yep.
Even crazier the way you'll see it. So there's that guy that we didn't help.
Yep. There's the kid who managed to get his wings eventually, and then there is God. He has arrived.
Who we also didn't help.
Yeah, we didn't help him
His
either.
tail's still getting.
Yeah. Goma's still hanging off of him.
So now Ganondorf's dead.
Alright, it's a cutscene, bro. So the cutscene is playing, and stars are showing. Trust me.
So we're now at, obviously, the Tower of the Gods.
Yep. As you can
Very
see,
clearly.
there's a giant tower around us. And you'll even see Valu flying with no wings moving. He's just standing there. It takes great skill, hundreds of years to learn this ability. I hope that one day I learn it too. And then he's going to go fly away really quickly so he can sit back on his mountain for eternity. There he goes.
Exponential speed.
He gets speed. There he
That's
goes.
definitely an item slide. Come on.
Everybody say bye, Valu. Bye, Valu. Alright, and now we're going to go sink into the ocean. So this area has 3 different variations. There's Hyrule 1, Hyrule 2, and Hyrule 3. When you enter it through this cutscene, it's Hyrule 2. When you enter it for the first time, which is after completing Tower of the Gods, that dungeon that we didn't open, that's Hyrule 1, that's where you get the Master Sword. And Hyrule 3 is once you complete the Triforce, you come down here, and you have some enemies on the road. But we don't care about Hyrule 3, nor Hyrule 1. We only care about Hyrule 2, it's the easiest for us to access. So we're not going to go through the front door either. Once again, it's got a secret side entrance that allows us to leave Tetra behind. So we're just on the other side now. And then this is the fabled barrier. If anybody has ever heard of... Wow, okay. The barrier from The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker.
This prevents you getting to the final boss normally until you've got the Triforce and the fully powered Master Sword.
So... out of about 450,000 angles, there's only 15 that work. So I'm going to find one of those.
This is another case of perfect angle, perfect speed. It's really amazing that it works at all.
Oh. So you do need a specific amount of speed. Obviously, we can't tell how much speed we have. We have to wait. But the barrier has been skipped. And that saves about 3 hours. You know, it's a small one.
That trick's got a long history. There's probably, well, I mean, there's several videos on it, but there's 2 parts of the barrier. You saw at the start, pulling out the Wind Waker, that was to skip the damage portion of the barrier. So there's a bit where normally if you're anywhere past that cylinder, you just keep getting knocked back over and over again by damage. But by pulling out the Wind Waker at the right frame, you can negate that. And then there's also the solid barrier, which is the big cheese. The thing that took a long time to find, but is now a staple of runs like this.
Oh my gosh. So I have forgotten how to item slide. There we go. All right, so we're going to go in here because there is a single bomb drop in here that is always a bomb drop if you don't have bombs. However, you can only actually get bombs from it if you... So we're also going to get scared by this guy. Say hi.
So we got the bomb bag upgrade, which lets us carry bombs, but it doesn't actually let you equip it from your inventory. You don't actually have them in your inventory yet, so that was why that was necessary.
Woo! Now we do. Alright, so that poor guy chomped away at our head a little bit, but it's okay. Link doesn't need a brain. Oops. So this is a roll clip. Once again, frame perfect. I'm going to give it maybe another try or two.
So the bomb here helps clip.
Just like that.
Yep, just like that. That's part of the setup.
There's another way I can do it, and I also kind of want health as well. That would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so we're just going to go to the easier way. You would clip through there, and you would leaf around to the loading zone. So instead, we're going to climb up here and do what's called a ledge clip. So I get to show you another trick anyways, where if you place a bomb on the ledge and you tap the opposite direction to where you want to go, in a 3-frame window, Link will just fall. Like that.
And other than item sliding, which is unique to the HD version of the game, a lot of these tricks do work in SD as well.
So you can try them yourself at home. If you have a GameCube/Wii and a copy of Wind Waker SD.
Do you mind if I jump in with a quick message?
Go for it.
Fine, yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Just want to remind people that one of the upcoming incentives we have, which is to upgrade the category of the game called Nothing from any percent to 100%, we need to raise $250. We're currently at $175, which means we're $70 away from getting that run upgraded from any percent to 100%. So, by all means, get those donations in. We also have the character choice for Ghostbusters. Egon, Peter, and Ray are the options, but no one has put any donations towards any of these options. So if you want to get the ball rolling on that incentive as well, by all means get those donations in. We're well on our way to 3,000 and maybe even 4,000. So it'll be nice to see how far we can get. Back to you guys.
All right, so we're just going through a maze here. It's really complicated. I have no idea what the order of doors is. Oh wow, look at that. So the order for that is back, left, forward, left, right, forward. And then we're going to absolutely destroy Phantom Ganon. So this is the worst RNG you can get naturally. Sometimes this actually just won't knock him down, but thankfully it did.
Such good music in these fights.
And then we're going to get the light arrows. These are the most powerful arrows in any Zelda game because, well, you'll see. So even without fire, ice, or arrows, you can still get the bow from this chest. There must just be Ganon's spare one lying around.
Yeah, so every time you get a bow upgrade, it just comes free with a bow. So you can actually get the fire and ice arrows early as well if you wanted to, instead of getting the bow, and that would also give you the bow.
But the reason why we need the quiver upgrade is so that we can hold more than 0 arrows, and so their arrows are full once we do get the bow. Alright. So this is the staircase of hell. It has loads of enemies on it. So we're going to take part in really rough fights. To kill all of these guys, as you can see, this guy is absolutely insane. Whoa! Give this guy a raise, Employee of the Month.
So this is the sniping I've heard so much about in this run.
Yeah, this is it. Alright. So, there's another cutscene skip here. So when you enter that door, that's the second to last boss. We're just going to go once again through the back entrance. We're going to try and skip the cutscene because we don't actually want to listen to what he has to say. I missed. Missed again. So there is not much collision out here at all in any way, shape, or form. Whoa, I'm very much on the edge there. All right, we're going to walk around here.
Yeah, the visuals do not match the collision very well here
Absolutely
at all.
not. Okay, so we're going to do another one of those side hop ones. I do only have one chance, so we're going to have to watch the cutscene, so we don't want to watch cutscenes. I believe I got it. I got it. So we don't have to watch the cutscene. Yeah!
So as we mentioned before with that cutscene at the top of Sacred Fortress where Link just randomly finds the Master Sword, likewise he just randomly found the full Master Sword on the Mirror Shield here. Very lucky.
Alright, so this is a rough fight. We need to hit the orbs with the light arrows. There's one. Missed that one. Missed that one as well. It's fine. Oh, gamepad.
Splicing. That was really good. I mean, it wasn't first try, but that could go a lot worse.
When I tell you that practice was rough, practice was rough. Normally you cut that guy's tail down with a boomerang and it sits on the ground nice and neatly. We don't get the boomerang, so you have to snipe those. And if you use up all your magic, it can be quite slow. So now we're hoping for some magic RNG drops on Peter Parker, as we aptly name him. Or we won't have enough magic to finish the fight, so a couple of magic drops would be nice. If we can get 2, that would be ideal. I can go for a nice little fast strat. We got 1, so I'm not going to go for the fast strat. And we're going to hope that we get 1 here, or we're going to have to wait again. Okay, or we're just not going to miss. We're not going to hit even. We got 1, okay. That was close. Alright, so now we have Thomas the Tank Engine. Copyright claimed not by us. And I'm going to try and hit a little sneaky shot on him. If he'll come closer. None of those were the shot. Okay.
You might not have seen that, but that was a bomb. So if you pull out a bomb and get hit, it stuns him.
Alright, we'll try the cool shot here. Just missed it, that's fine. So we were on a quarter of a heart, which is perfect. And that is the hardest boss in the game done. So what I was trying to do before was I was trying to snipe it in the air. It's called Trog Shot. It's really rough. There's not really a setup for it. There are some that some people have found, but they're quite hard, difficult. You need them in a specific position. So if you just kind of go for it, you can sometimes hit it. I hit it in practice. Naturally, nobody really was there apart from glitches to see it.
I was there. I can confirm.
But he can vouch for me. All right. So there he goes. He's gone.
Shrinks
See ya.
into nothing.
In the meantime,
In the meantime,
do you have a moment for a quick donation?
absolutely, while we grab this rope really quick.
Fantastic. All right, we have $15 from Nost saying, "Good luck, Clam.
Where'd he go?
Big hypes for the spiky boy to come." And yeah, that's going towards the nothing 100% incentive, which is now $60 away from being met. So keep those donations coming. It's getting ever closer. Back to you guys.
Awesome. So what we did there was we climbed a rope. And we're about to go through a wall.
One of the things we skipped by coming here early was the hook shot. which is kind of a big deal because normally to get right up to the top to fight the final boss, you need the hook shot. There's a hook shot target there, so we're going to have to do something a little bit more creative.
It certainly is creative. So, up here, there are 3 lovely little guys called Morths. And using them, we're going to fly. So, the thing about this room is whenever you kill an enemy with a sword, it will drop a heart if you are below, if you have only 2 hearts or less. So, if you kill them with anything else, they don't drop a heart. So, by timing a slash and then catching that guy, you can kill him, but keep him alive at the same time, so that you're able to have him drop a heart when you kill him properly. So now we got to position this bad boy into this wall. That'll do. And then we're gonna murder Link. Oh no, we're dead. Oh. Hooray! So that's called a Morthover. By picking up that heart, you revive Link. And what you have is you have a 5-frame window to press A to get off the ground. And then you can mash B. I believe it's 12 times a second to be able to gain height. 10 times to about maintain your height. And optimally, you can do it 15 times a second maximum. You don't need to mash super fast for that, but you need to mash consistently, and that's where a lot of people mess up. So if you are learning this game, the big thing is consistency. So we did another cutscene skip there. The cutscene before Ganon is a really long one. Anyone who's seen this game at previous marathons, Ganon laughs. But unfortunately, we are the ones laughing at Ganon, as he will not be laughing at us. So we need to do it again. And we need to damage down. So by doing this, we're going to use fire arrows. And we're going to burn Morths to deal a lot of damage to ourselves.
So it's very cool how that hover trick works. Normally when you have 0 health in the air, Link will just immediately stop whatever he's doing and just try and fall to the ground as quickly as possible. But they didn't limit your B button input. So you can start a jump slash, he'll do 1 frame of jump slash, and then the game will see the 0 health and then cancel the jump slash animation to try and make Link fall to the ground again. So if you just keep pressing B, it will get that first frame jump slash where you gain height and then cancel, and then gain height and then cancel, and gain height and cancel. It's a very cool concept.
Oh, okay.
Classic case of an animation cancel glitch. Doing crazy things for a speedrun.
So I didn't quite get like the thing where you kill the Morth and get him to attach to you at the same time, so we just got to reset those Morths up there. That's fine. And then here is RNG. He went a kind of bad direction, but we can still catch him. Sometimes, if you don't prepare for it, you just won't be able to catch him at all. You'll have to go for another one. So we just got to position him again. The distance that they jump can be quite weird as well when you're trying to move them into the correct place. Sometimes he'll just fling himself off the ledge. A lot of it depends on the way that you're going. The Morth wants to intercept you, and it can be quite hard to judge that. I almost just walked straight off the ledge. It's a bit far. Nice. All right.
All right.
Final boss time.
Let's do this.
So if I get hit by this guy once, I'm dead. So he didn't hit me there. He hit my shield, and I got hit by the barrier, which doesn't do damage. So now he's going to put his swords away, luckily, and slap Zelda. If Zelda had died, that would have been unfortunate. Oh, okay. Oh!
Oh.
And then the final phase, everybody's favorite. Time is coming up as soon as... Oh! Maybe not yet. As soon as the sword goes in Ganon's head. So...
Hey guys.
And... time. There we go. Ganondorf has been defeated. But the real victory was the friends we made along the way. Ah. Exactly. All right. Well, thank you for watching my Italian run of the Wind Waker HD, any percent NoMSS. It's a fun run. It can be rough in some spots. There are about 3 tricks which were quite difficult. But this is a very, very good run. And yeah, I don't have much else to talk about.
If you're interested in learning Zelda speedruns, you absolutely should. They're all, I mean, Clown plays a bunch of Zelda games, but
all of them.
every 3D Zelda has a really cool community, lots of really cool runs to choose from different categories, so definitely check it out. If you want to learn it, it's not as scary as it looks. There will be people to help you in any community. So.
All right, well, I've been a very, very giant crustacean. You have been a glitch. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Stick around for more UKSG runs.
Hell yeah.
Amazing. Very nice run. A very good time as well. So, grazie mille for the run. Yes, very Italian of you. And coming up next, I'm going to have to hand over the hosting mic to Nick RP Green. And, of course, to Argic, who's going to be running Star Fox 64. There he is. He's in the audience. He's waving. He's going to be your very next runner. Keep those donations coming because we need that nothing incentive met. But thankfully, I've been Paul Lister. Thank you very much for having me. Quick intermission. We'll be right back.